Hello, everybody. Welcome to this 4 p.m. live session. And this, unfortunately, is to the last 4 p.m. live that I'll be doing. Starting next week, Monday, I will only be conducting the 7 p.m. live session and the Saturday 1 p.m. live session. You won't have me at 4 o'clock anymore. However, I am going to be adding a Wednesday, Wednesday. I might give you a lunch and learn on Wednesdays, meaning I'll come in at lunchtime and drop something on you so to give you some encouragement, because Wednesday is Wednesday. That's the day we go out, we lay the groundwork, we get big to get the big wins that we close out the week with. Big wins. Now, I want to thank you for joining me today. For everybody who doesn't know me, my name is Sean Smith. I am AKA Professor Home Care. I come here on a daily basis. I'm here giving you information, giving you stuff to help your agency to be able to grow and grow quickly, grow strongly, go positively. We are here giving you information that allows you to be able to build the structure in your agency that will allow you to become a premium agency, to be able to build your pricing, but at least a profitable pricing model, so that you're not competing on price. You're not in that race to the bottom. You are set up for long-term sustainable success and growth. Now, today, I'm going to give you something that I know a whole lot of agency owners have been asking about. Questions I see all the time, I'm fielding all the time. I hear from agency owners all around. We're going to find some solutions. We're going to talk about some solutions to the staffing crisis that's existing in our industry. You know what? There is a shortage of caregivers. No question. There is. But there's a reason why some agencies are able to recruit. There are reasons why some agencies have well over 100, 200 caregivers working for their agency, or at least who are on their books. And many of you are having trouble pulling in getting people to show up for the interview. Forget about hiring. You're having trouble showing up, getting people to show up for the interview. We're going to deal with this topic over the next 2 days. I figure this would be a good way to close out our 4 p.m. lives, is to deal with this staffing issue. And I'm going to let you know something. It's going to be the agencies who can get the caregivers that are going to grow the most in 2026. The industry is showing a shift. Then it's been going on for a while, because I built this training on 2020, on a lot of 2024 data and some of my own personal experience. But there is a shift in the industry, right? From being a client acquisition problem for a lot of agencies to being a caregiver acquisition problem. So it's very, very critical that we learn, as we are setting up and positioning ourselves, as much as we want to learn how to get referrals, is equally or more important that we have, or we know how to staff those referrals before we even get them. Now, I'm going to go into this training today, right? This training is going to talk about how, one, keep the caregivers that you have, your quality caregivers, in place. Now, as an agency owner, I know that there are, in every agency, there is a group of caregivers. You hoping somebody else take them. I know sometimes there's been times we had to come across somebody who was so bad. I said, man, why couldn't she be working for my competitors? Or why couldn't he be working for my competitor? I'd rather have them have the black eye that they just gave me than me having to deal with it. I'd rather they be putting out these fires that this person caused, rather than me having to put them fires out right now. Why couldn't they be working for somebody else? No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't wish some of these things on my enemy, my competitor. I wouldn't wish them on anybody. We want everybody to come in this industry, work and succeed and build and be strong and bring quality, bring value, security, comfort, and safety to the lives of the people that we serve every day. Because at the end of the day, as much as we're building this business, I believe that everybody got into this business, right? Or got into this field because they had at least a very small amount of compassion and care and concern for the population that we serve. So I'm going to get into it, right? And I want you to take a minute. I want you to picture, now the first bucket has a massive hole in the bottom. Matter of fact, you can pour water in it all day and it just drains out. You're exhausted and the bucket is never full. And the second bucket, but someone has plugged the hole. Now when you pour water in it, it actually stays in there and the bucket fills up. So your agency is one of those two buckets. Recruiting is pouring water in, retention is plugging the hole. And right now, most agencies have a hole the size of a basketball. Now, the 2024 Activated Insights, the benchmarking report that came out, you know what it says? The industry-wide caregiver turnover rate is 79.2%. Now, I want you to let that sink in. Almost 80% of all caregivers quit every single year. 80%. If you have 20 caregivers right now, statistically, 16 of them will be gone by the end of next year. By next year. And here's the part that should make you angry. Each one of those caregivers costs you $2,600 to $5,000 to replace. That's not my number. That number came from Home Care Pulse research. So a 20 caregiver agency losing 16 people, that's $41,600 to $80,000 walking out your door every single year. But here's what the data shows. Agencies using word of mouth and employee referrals have only 59% turnover. That's 20 percentage points lower. We're in the same industry, same labor market, but we get different results. You know why? You can't out-recruit a retention problem. If your bucket has a hole, pouring faster is not going to help you. You have to plug the hole first. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to plug that hole. 7 tactics, all proven, all implementable this week. And if y'all know me, if you know anything about Professor Home Care, if you've been joining us in, you know I give you stuff that you can implement immediately. I'm not giving you stuff that you're going to have to work on for years. I'm not telling you to go mix up some water, get the sand, pour it in a bucket, wait till some activator comes from Sicily. No, there's stuff you can do today. Stuff you can begin today. Implementation starts now. And by next week, you can have your stuff working. You can have these systems in place. You can start installing these tactics and begin to see the wheels turning and seeing your retention start to creep up. Now, before we fix this, we need to understand it. And I've got good news and bad news for you. The bad news, caregivers are leaving in droves. The good news, they're not leaving for mysterious reasons. They're leaving for 5 specific, predictable, fixable problems. Here's what the research tells us. They feel invisible, undervalued, underappreciated. They show up, do hard work, and nobody says thank you. This thing is not working. They start to wonder, does anyone even notice I'm here? Schedule chaos, inconsistent hours, unpredictable income. They can't plan their week. They can't plan their paycheck. They choose caregiving for flexibility and got chaos instead. Radio silence from their office. They text, no response. They call, voicemail. They feel like they're working on an island. And the research shows that poor communication is one of the top factors that's harming home health workers' mental health. Who wants to deal with that? Feeling like they're thrown to the wolves. They got difficult clients, no support from the agency. They report a problem and nothing happens. They feel abandoned. One study found that 40 to 70% of caregivers experience symptoms of depression. That's not weak people. That's unsupported people. Someone else made a better offer, more pay, better benefits, more flexibility. When people feel underserved, any offer looks better. Now here's the key insight. I want you to write down every single one. Every one of these is fixable. You can't control inflation. You can't control what Amazon pays warehouse workers, but you can control whether your caregivers feel valued. You can control how stable their schedules are. You can control how fast you return their calls. Caregivers don't leave jobs. They leave feelings. They leave frustration. They leave loneliness. Fix those feelings and keep those people. Now, let me get a sip. Y'all got me working. Now let me give you the playbook. 7 tactics. But here's my rule. Just pick 3 to start. Don't try to do all 7, just 3. That's how nothing gets done. Overwhelm yourself. I'm gonna give you about a minute on each one, enough to understand it and start using it. Tactic 1, the thank you system. This is free. This takes 10 minutes a week. And this is the single highest ROI retention tactic that exists. Here's the system. Weekly, 1 specific thank you text to 1 caregiver. Not great job, team. Say, hey, Maria, Mrs. Johnson's daughter called to say how patient you were during the doctor visit. That's the kind of care that makes families trust us. Thank you. Monthly, Caregiver of the Month, $25 gift card. Photo on social media, takes 10 minutes to set up. Quarterly, team appreciation, pizza, bowling, picnic. It doesn't need to be fancy, it needs to happen. A $25 gift card is cheaper than $2,600 to replace them. The math is not complicated. When your caregiver texts or calls during business hours, you respond within 2 hours. Period. Not when you get around to it, not tomorrow, 2 hours. Why? Because silence feels like neglect. When she texts you about a client issue and hears nothing for 8 hours, here's what she thinks. They don't care about me. And once she thinks that, she's already looking at Indeed. Pair this with a weekly team update, text or email. Takes 5 minutes. Keeps everyone connected. You know what fast responses say? Fast responses say you matter. Slow responses say you don't. Tactic 3, schedule. We'll call this the schedule promise. Your caregivers choose this job for flexibility. If you give them chaos, they'll find someone who gives them stability. 3 commitments. Honor their availability. If they say no weekends, respect it. Every time you break their boundary, you break their trust. 2-week advance schedules. Not day of surprises. Not can you cover this shift in 3 hours. That's emergency mode. Not standard operating procedure. Guaranteed minimums. If you promise 30 hours, deliver 30 hours. Broken promises create broken trust. Now here's something that's important. Predictability equals peace. What the hell happened? Something happened here. What happened? It said my live, unable to start live, but it's going. Something happened here. I don't see me in the camera. I'm live? Okay. The tactic 4, the growth pattern, the growth ladder. Good caregivers want to grow. If there's no path forward, they'll find somewhere there is. Pay for certifications, CPR, first aid, dementia care, CNA. The 2025 benchmarking report shows agencies that invest in 8+ hours of training have median revenue of $2.4 million compared to $2 million for those with less training. Leave it. You can leave it. I'm going back live on it. I don't know what happened. Something happened and it just stopped. It went out. Maybe, I don't know. It's weird. All right, sorry family, I'm back again though, and we are going to finish this live session off. I apologize for the technical difficulty. I don't know where it came from, but we are here again. So number 4, tactic 4 is a growth ladder. Good caregivers, they want to grow. If there's no path forward with you, they'll find somewhere else where it is. And how do you combat this? You can do this in several ways, but you can pay for things like certifications, CPR, first aid, dementia care, CNA. The 2025 benchmarking report shows that agencies that invest in 8+ hours of training have a median revenue of $2.4 million compared to $2 million for those with less training. Training pays. So create a ladder, create a system where they can advance. Lead, trainer, coordinator, each rung comes with a raise. Now they can see a future. Promote from within. When you need a scheduler, look at your team first. Nothing kills morale faster than bringing in an outsider for a job your people wanted. And let me tell you something. A caregiver with no future will go find one. And a good caregiver is somebody who has a future, who has goals. Tactic 5, the different client protocol. This is will save for your best people. Nothing burns out a caregiver faster than being abandoned with a nightmare client. 3 rules: listen, investigate, act. When they report an issue, take it seriously, look into it, then do something. Never force them to stay with an abusive client. You'll lose a $2,600 caregiver to protect a $500 a week client. That's bad math and worse leadership. Rotate the hard cases. Don't dump all the difficult clients on your best caregivers. That's how you lose your best caregivers. Your caregivers need to know you have their back. Show them. Don't just tell them. Tactic 6, the loyalty bonus. Money matters. Not as much as respect, but it matters. Here's a structure that works. Annual raises, even a 50 per hour raise. That's about $1,000 a year for a full-timer. It says you're worth more. You're worth more than me every year that you stay. Retention bonus, $100 at 90 days, $150 at 6 months, $200 at a year. Small investment that anchor people. Performance bonuses. When someone goes above and beyond, pay them. You don't have to be the highest paying agency in town. You just can't be the lowest. And tactic number 7, the family effect. Caregiving is lonely work. They're in someone else's home, alone, for hours. They need connection. Create a private group, Facebook group, WhatsApp, GroupMe, a place where they can connect, ask questions, share wins, celebrate the personal stuff, birthdays, work anniversaries, new babies, new grandkids. These tiny moments build a massive loyalty. Share client wins when a family sends a thank you note. Broadcasting. Remind your team, this is why we do this. People don't leave families. Make your team feel like one. Here's a bonus that could save you thousands. Learn to spot a quitter before they quit. Caregivers don't wake up one day and decide to leave. They disengage slowly. And if you're paying attention, you can catch it. There are 5 warning signs. You know what they are? One of them is calling out sick more often, showing up late, leaving early, slower to respond to texts and calls, turning down extra hours they used to want, complaining about everything or saying nothing at all. When you see these signs, don't ignore them. Don't wait. Have the conversation. Now here's the script for it. Word for word. Hey, name, Joan. Hey, Joan. I noticed you seemed a bit off lately. I wanted to check in. Is everything okay? Is there anything going on that we can help with? Then close your mouth and listen. Don't defend. Don't explain. Just listen. Sometimes you can fix it. Sometimes you can't. But an uncomfortable 15-minute conversation is a lot cheaper than $2,600 replacement. Now here's the fact. The best time to save a caregiver is before they start job hunting. Pay attention. You're one thing. Okay, let's bring it home. Remember, those 2 buckets I mentioned at the beginning, 2 buckets, one with a hole, one without. Which bucket is yours? Are you the bucket that has the hole, or are you the bucket that has the hole has been plugged and the water is staying in it? Here's your assignment. One thing, do it before Friday. Pick 3 tactics from today, write them down, and then implement the first one this week. If you're not sure where to start with tactic 1, the thank you system. It's free, it takes 5 minutes, and it works. Tomorrow morning, send a text to one caregiver. Hello, Joan. I just wanted to say thank you for whatever they did, for taking such good care of Pete. It hasn't gone unnoticed. We're lucky to have you on our team. That's it. 1 text, 1 person, 1 minute. Do that once a week. If you do that once a week, that means you've started plugging the hole. You don't fix 79% turnover overnight. You fix it 1 caregiver, 1 thank you, 1 decision at a time. Start today. I'll see you at the next live where we'll tackle the first 90 days where 40% of your caregivers are being lost before they ever even become part of your team. Now go thank a caregiver and start plugging that hole right now. Here's what happens next. You can close this video and keep struggling with the same problems, or you can hit that subscribe button right now and get the exact strategies that are working for agencies that are pulling in $30,000 to to 40% margins. Every day, I'm dropping content you won't find anywhere else. Real systems, real numbers, real results. Don't just watch. Join the community that's actually building something. Subscribe now. I'm Sean Smith, and I'll see you on the inside.